Is there a weird echo?
Hello guys, and welcome to a new episode of a new podcast approaches. I'm here, WAHderfulGoldenStar, the one and only, here with our guests. And welcome to a new episode of a new, not guests, here with our podcast bros. I'm lost. I'm in blind revenge. I'm ruining the podcast.
Yay!
I can't even see the stream on the thing. Is it? Are we definitely going?
Yes, that's we're going.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, but okay, so no one's going to introduce themselves then.
I'll introduce myself then. Hello, my name's AntKeepsGaming. I didn't know if I was next or not, but you know, it's been a while. So we've got WAH back today. Let's go. Next. Who's next to go? Go, whoever.
Sure, I'll go. Hey, SpaceKing again. This week, we're just discussing, a bunch of Smash speculation and I guess a couple of recent events within the community and gaming news in general. And this evening, we got the release of Mario and Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, and that's exciting. And also, for today, I have managed to escape the dungeon basement because I have homework to do. Not because I want to live a life, but because I have homework to do. So I'm going to hand off the mic now.
I love how no one wants to talk.
No,
They're just all like, he's gonna kill us.
it's CNJ's muted because it's supposed. There he is. There's CNJ.
Sorry.
CNJ is currently attempting to go Super Saiyan off screen.
Sorry. Something was happening. So yeah, someone came in. They need to talk to me. But anyways, hey, CNG Gamer, Smashleak, Epic Mickey for Smash on Twitter. It's good to be back. Sadly, with no guest, but at least we're back at Smash speculation. So
I think it's good. Just us four for a change of a little break from the guests. Even though I love getting guests like week in week out, and CNJ is totally dropping the ball with it. Sometimes it's good just to have just us for a change, and then our thoughts with speculation and stuff is. So first of all, how are you guys doing? Another Friday. Where you're back? How are you feeling?
I'm good. A bit weird to be back, honestly. I forgot what it was to talk to fellow gamers on a call. It makes me regret my life decisions. Nah, I kid. Yeah, it's good to be back. I almost forgot the podcast was on though, ironically. Then I realised, oh shit.
Well, you didn't anyway, so you didn't have to have it on.
and then they ended up talking, so they were late anyway, so... Hurrah.
Hurrah, yeah.
So we're going to just talk about where our thoughts are with speculation, and maybe people from the chat can just chip in where you guys want to and just think where your speculation minds are at. So let's do that, I guess. So I was thinking this other day, and it's like what you were saying where about Lara Croft. Lara Croft would be good for the Fires Pass.
And I haven't mentioned Lara Croft for a few good months, mate.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. When you did mention her, it just maybe got wondering, and it's the 25th anniversary of Lara Croft. I'm not saying she's going to be in the Smash. It's just when I'm thinking about who I wanted in Smash. We had Marina Lightyear's Glover, Metal Sonic, Skull Kid. Oh, this is going to be off my top of my head.
All the big ones.
Yeah. Well, it's basically Nintendo 64, PlayStation era of gaming.
He's the one and only boomer.
Yeah, and Lara Croft, I should have been on there as well, because even though I've played, Tomb Raider games, and it didn't appeal to me that much, I think definitely Lara Croft should have been not. That's not my prediction, but just more of a character I should have wanted in. So yeah, and definitely need some more reps from different series, like obviously F-Zero. Haven't played F-Zero. I don't know who to add. I guess that Dark Shadow or is Black Shadow.
You know a variant rep series.
Yeah, it's Black Shadow.
The Mario series needs more reps.
Yeah, yeah, Mario's rep. No, Donkey Kong, WarioWare, Ice Climbers. Yeah.
Finally, my most wanted character, the polar bear.
No, it's Orange Pterodactyl.
Nah, too big, mate. Too
Wow.
big.
The stream status is poor for some reason.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Papa Gina said, but yeah, definitely Lara Croft should be in my, should have been in my, not be, well, I actually prefer Lara Croft, to be quite honest. Fire Emblem needs more reps. So, I just want to pass it to you guys as well, like, who do you want more? We'll do who do you want more in the Fighters Pass. Pick 6 names, and then, like, we go on to who we think the last 3 may be. So... So
like our 6 most wanted in a way.
Yeah, 6 most wanted first. We do all of us, and then like, or even short it down to 5, like just a normal 5 pass or whatever. I think 6 would be good. I said minus. Yeah.
If I go for mine, I kind of don't want to go for the obvious ones.
Let's go.
Oh, I'm just gonna get the ones that I'll go with my tried and true picks, the ones that I've always wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could go first if you want.
Knock yourself
I'll
out.
quickly do mine. Mine's Marina Light Years, Glover, Lara Croft. I can't think of the others what I picked, but I know one was Metal Sonic. Skull Kid.
Waluigi.
Sorry?
No, I'm just remembering from your
Master
past.
Chief?
I know one was
Yeah,
Skull
Master
Kid.
Chief, yeah, that's it. That would be my 6. It would be Marina Light Years, Glover, Lara Croft, Skull Kid, Metal Sonic, and Master Chief. They were my most wanted 6, and that's what I'm sticking with. So yeah. Anybody else?
You can go for next.
If I'm gonna go over them, I'm gonna go over the ones that I want, and I'll tell you what I want in their inclusion, and maybe how they play, some basic details like that. So maybe some music.
Grab some popcorn, folks.
Oh boy.
You're not going to go into detail to every single fight.
He's just going to map out every single move. We're here for a moveset video, guys.
Where's Brawl fan?
Okay, so if I was just allowed to do whatever I wanted to,
Sakurai for the whole 5 years of production.
Okay, so I'm Sakurai for a day. Okay, I'm Sakurai the day he's choosing his fighter's pass. Okay, well, first and foremost, the current level of Xenoblade Chronicles representation within the game is trash. So we need to fix this. So very simply, we're gonna add Rex and Pyra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And the reason that I want to add them is because I do feel that Xenoblade 2 is kind of like one of the unsung heroes of the first year of the Nintendo Switch. I really do love that game, and I do think that it is it got a lot of hate unfairly in the lead up just because it wasn't on the scale of Odyssey or Breath of the Wild, but that honestly didn't matter to me. It was a very heartfelt experience that I definitely felt the passion that Monolith felt playing it. As for, how I'd go about representing them, honestly, you could just throw about just about all of the music from Xenoblade 2 into the game. There's no bad music on the soundtrack except like joke songs or whatever. As for the stage, I would say probably say Judicium, which is Rex's home country that you do get to visit much later in the game. It's a very beautiful location. What? And as for how he'd play, it's just the same idea that everyone's proposed, that he would switch between the different blades that he has in the game, and you'd have sort of a transformative moveset. That's Rex. That's like probably the one that I was getting for most because I didn't have a huge amount of faith in Isaac until it was too late. So then I'll go Isaac just to right the wrong there, because this is just getting kind of sad at this point. We got all the other fan favorites, not Isaac. Come on, man. Come on. Don't break my heart like that. And obviously, the music that I'd want, I'd like, the Elemental Stars Chamber. I'd like Isaac's battle theme, Felix's battle theme, the boss theme, Satoros's fight music, the Fusion Dragon battle theme. Probably a remix of that, honestly. The Overworld theme. So, the general songs that people remember from that game. For the stage, I know everybody says Venus Lighthouse. I'm gonna go give it a swerve. I'll say, how about Mars Lighthouse, which is the final area from Golden Sun 2. And this place is like a gigantic, like, maze type area, and it puts you a test to all of your abilities that you've gained throughout both games, and it's a really great dungeon. So I could see that being the representative. Either that or maybe Crossbone Island, which is like the big side quest in Golden Sun 1, where you basically fight like the dead pirate king, and then Isaac is just like a bunch of pirates in the next game. Is just like, hey, can you join our crew, please? You're like crazy strong.
Well, I can't play Golden Sun now. I've just had it sport for me.
It's just a side quest. Yeah, and I'll go a step further. I'll even say, why not? They probably don't take this much resources. Give Isaac an Echo too. Give him Felix. Just go the whole way, right? Moveset. Honestly, just translate the Project M moveset or the Smash Flash moveset. They both worked wonderfully. Like how he has a grab, he uses the hand, and it's actually like far away from his body. Or how about like neutral B is Ragnarok, side B would be stuff like throwing vines, down B, earthquakes, and other various abilities. It doesn't even really have to use a sword if that's a whole concern. Next up, I'll give one that's a bit of a controversial take, considering that people is 100% convinced he's dead in the water, and I kind of am too, but I still want him. I don't care. The Doomslayer from Doom. I know people say Doom Guy, and that's kind of wrong, considering they've made a concerted effort to not call him that in the reboot, except once. I think that there's just massive potential there to have like a guns and weapons based moveset, which we really haven't had.
It's neither. It's Doom Marine.
Doom Marine. Doom Slayer, Doom Guy.
No, it's none of them. It's guy with gun. It's guy with gun.
Doomslayer is what the demons named him because they feared him so badly.
Wasn't he called
Okay.
In hell, they called him the Slayer, not Doomslayer.
Those who tasted the bite of his blade named him the Doomslayer. I remember the quote.
I called him a Slayer. Never mind, doesn't
matter. Anyways, like you could have like a very brutal moveset. I mean, you're obviously not gonna have blood and gore and that sort of stuff, but just he's the character. Like he doesn't talk, but we know what he's all about because of his just unrelenting brutality and bluntness. Like I remember the scene in Doom 2016 where Dr. Hayden's like, okay, you can't destroy the Argent Cell because you could cause like a nuclear explosion, and then he immediately ignores the transponder and just smashes the crap with his foot, and it's glorious.
I like what somebody Venturers says in the chat. Doom Guy would be pretty sick. I can imagine it'd be brutal animation-wise like Ridley. Actually, no, I think he'll be sitting by the pond with Isabel and go fishing.
Yeah, the animations could definitely be very visceral. And the moveset, there's a lot of potential there. He's got tons and tons of weapons. And if they wanted to represent Eternal as well, I could definitely see them also adding the Crucible, which is his like energy sword, which is really cool. But as for a final Smash, I wouldn't. Obviously, it has to be the BFG, but I don't know if they'd call. I don't know if they'd call it the BFG because we know what it stands for.
When I said about going into movesets, I did actually think you would actually go into the movesets of them. I actually thought we were just going to do like characters, then boom, 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 done. But okay.
Hey, I said if I'm going to talk about the characters I really want, which I don't think I've talked about many in depth besides Isaac and Rex, I might as well talk about all of them, right?
Sure.
As I said, guys,
beyond
get
that,
some popcorn.
I've always had a very soft. Okay, go ahead. Actually, you go ahead because I'm about to go on a tirade again.
No, it's fine, it's fine. I don't want mine to be the filling in a sandwich.
As for the music for Doom, as for the music and stage for Doom, like, yeah, it kind of has to be hell, but I don't know how you include hell as a stage and not not make the ESRB mad. So maybe you'd like one of the specific named areas of hell.
Oh, I've got one.
Maybe
I've got one.
the Cottinger Sanctum.
Sakurai's oven.
I think it would have to be the Cottinger Sanctum. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm looking this up.
I don't. Doom's my rival to Master Chief, so I don't much care.
That's fair. That's fair. Big friendly gun, right?
The big friendly giant, the
Family
BFG
friendly.
movie.
Yeah, Cottinger Sanctum. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, so it's like one of the areas in hell. They could add that as a stage, and you could still be in hell without calling it hell on the stage select screen, and then making
Sakurai's oven.
without making the ESRB mad. And as for the music, honestly, for the music, you could just do just about anything. Mick Gordon's soundtrack was a masterpiece, but you got to have certain things. You got to have like the main theme. You've got to have Hanger. You've got to have BFG Division. You've got to have The Only Thing They Fear Is You.
Rip and tear.
The Rip and Tear, obviously. Maybe the music that plays in the backdrop of the Slayer's Testament, all that sort of stuff. As for my next character, I've always had a very soft spot for Shantae. I know that she's a character that is often completely disregarded by Smash speculation for very unfair reasons, I feel. E1M1 is required. Yes, absolutely. Flame guy knows what's up. Okay, so I've always had a soft spot for Shantae. Just like I really like her games. I played all of them that were available on the 3DS over the 8 years that the 3DS was alive. And then I played Half Genie Hero, and I still haven't played Seven Sounds, to my shame. I wanted to get a physical edition, but then the game was only sold through limited run games, and I didn't want to wait 6 months. So they were just doing a run in stores, and then I went to my local Best Buy to get a copy, and they didn't have it, and nowhere in the entire state had it. So now I'm just stuck waiting for them to do another print run. So I might as well have bought the limited runs versions anyway. That's how that cookie crumbles. So as for her moves, I know a lot of people say it has to be transformations. I don't necessarily agree with that, because I think that her transformations are one of the series' weak points. I think that her best game was Pirate's Curse, where she didn't have any transformations. So if it was up to me, I'd just make a moveset based on her or Shantae and the Pirate's Curse abilities. So you'd have like gliding with the pirate hat, or you'd have like summoning the scimitars, or you'd have like the one scimitar where she attack where she rushes forward, that other stuff, right? I wouldn't do the transformations, but I'm certain that they'd probably find a way to cram them in there. So we have something akin to Young Link, but the way he should be, but not, right? As for the stage, it kind of just has to be her hometown. And they're bringing that whole Arabian aesthetic to the game, which kind of is surprisingly not represented despite the insane diversity in stages that we have. And music, okay, I'm probably about to get shot for this one, but I think Shantae's music is probably one of its weakest parts, honestly.
Okay,
I'm
well,
sorry.
where do you
So
live? It's time to get shot, man.
Yeah, time to get shot. Yeah, Shantae's. I don't have a big taste for Shantae's music, but I'm sure that there's some bangers.
Wait. No. Wait, you not really like Shantae's music?
I like the main theme from Half Genie Hero, but that's the only one I really remember. It's kind of white noise to me. I'm sorry.
I like
Not even Dance to the Danger.
Okay, Dance to the Danger. That one was good. Okay, I remember that one.
Yes. Okay, now you're talking.
Yeah, I like Shantae's music, and I don't mind Shantae in here. And I actually thought eventually I said Transformers could make some good special attacks, but it said Transformations.
I'm sorry. I don't really like them that much. I prefer her pirate abilities from Pirates Coast.
Well, I have a simple solution. Have both.
The moveset that draws upon both of them, I could see that too, I guess.
I've just saved the world from World War. No need to thank me.
As for the next fighter that I would be interested in...
This is the final one, right?
Well, I was just going to do my top 6, but
yeah,
not...
no, I believe this is number 6. That's what I was asking.
Let's see here. I did Rex, I did Isaac, I did the Doomslayer, I did Shantae.
Okay, no, 2 more, sorry.
It's just because it's so much knowledge. I can't you just can't tell.
Well, I mean, let the guy talk. Yeah, he clearly has good taste. He said Shantae.
Okay. Thank you for the compliment there.
I mean, after Dr. points for Isaac,
Space, you're a good guy.
Okay, then. Thank you. Okay, so for my next pick, I was going to say Paper Mario. Yeah, I really like the Paper Mario games, even the ones that people don't necessarily like. I mean, yes, I can 100% agree that Sticker Star is one of the worst abominations ever produced by a human being on this entire planet, and it's proof that we have failed as a species. I agree, but it does not mean that Color Splash and Origami King are bad by association. In fact, I think there are many aspects about those two games that honestly make a strong case for Paper Mario to not exist as an RPG. But I do obviously agree that Thousand Years Door is the best one, but I think that there is room for an in-between there. That having been said, obviously the moveset is honestly just kind of made for him. Like, he has all of his abilities. He has the jumps, the many different types of jumps that he has, his hammer. And if you wanted to get really creative, you could have his paper transformation abilities, or going into 3D space with from Super Paper Mario. And as for the music, pretty much just download the entire Thousand Year Door soundtrack, please and thank you. Just the whole thing. That'll do. And also, yeah, probably Origami King too. That music was great. Every Paper Mario battle theme is great, thankfully, even Sticker Star, surprisingly. Although 90% of that game's music was booty, was terrible.
Sticker shot.
Yeah. So, as for the stage, in my dream world, I'd like Rogueport, but most likely you would probably just get Paper Princess Peach's Castle, or Paper and Cardboard, excuse me. Alright. Which, again, I wouldn't be opposed to, but considering, Nintendo's current direction with the series, they kind of just want to put distance between them and the old games, which is severely disappointing, might I add. But, yeah. And as for my 6th fighter, I'd say... I gotta think on this one, because I usually just think in terms of my top 5, never really my top 6 to fill in a Fighter's Pass. Because I always, the second we got the Fighter's Pass, it was oh, we have 6 characters now. I never really thought of it in terms of 6 characters, and I know that's surprising. But I think I'd say, just from my bed, my old friend, I'll say probably Shovel Knight. Honestly,
It'd be good
honest,
for a me costume. I would love a me costume.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I thought that I literally bought Rivals of Aether because I heard that he was a guest fighter in it, and it was just he played wonderfully, like pretty much exactly how you would expect him to. There's not much you would change, realistically speaking, and the only thing that you'd need to do is add a final smash, which would just be we would just be catching him catching Shield Knight out of the air, right? Reenacting that scene. How about 9 more fighters, SpaceKing? You want me to go for 9 more? Oh boy. No, I gotta seed the mic at some point.
No.
I gotta seed the mic at some point.
What we want is a full top 10. We want it in the style of a Watch Mojo video, and we want it uploaded on your YouTube channel by tomorrow midnight.
Top 10 anime portrayals.
I mean, I could do 4 more. I'm starting to think.
No. We want it in a separate video in the style of Watch Mojo.
Yeah. Separate video.
Oh boy.
You've set yourself up for this.
Shovel Knight music. You definitely need, like, pretty much every main stage of Shovel Knight's music is just glorious. The only things music I wouldn't include are just like some of the more casual themes or like the more goofy themes. But I'd say the biggest strength that Shovel Knight just has and would bring to the roster is just his moveset and how creative things get, as proven by Rivals of Aether. And as for the stage, I want King Knight's Castle, please. Like it's so cool, and that's like when I think of Shovel Knight, that's the first thing I think of. It was just my first experience in King Knight's Castle, which was really fun. Okay, so if people want me in the chat to do a top 10, so fine. I'll keep the creative juices flowing, but I really got to seed the mic at some point.
Okay. Why don't you seed it now?
Seed it now. Okay, fine. That way my voice isn't shot, and I could think of 4 more.
Just type it in chat if they really want it. Actually, no. If they really want it, they should visit your YouTube channel and watch that Mojo video.
I mean, that's what I did. I just put the characters that I want in the chat so people know.
Okay, well, DJ, do you want to go next?
Sure. Let's see. One is obviously Epic Mickey. Well, actually, how about this? I'll just call him by his actual name, Mickey from Epic Mickey. Yeah, I honestly would just love him a lot. I've been playing these games for a long time. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about him. Then second would be Sora. Please, I just want more Yoko Shimamura songs from Kingdom Hearts, like Simple and Clean, Face My Fears, Sanctuary / Passion, stuff like that. Or Yuzora, I do not care. Third would be Gino. Weird choice, I know, but I just love Gino's design.
Who even is Gino? Is he Pinocchio?
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. He's
that explains
brother from Shrek.
that explains why you're a Disney nerd. just CNJ's just there with Disney body pillow.
No.
Gino,
this would be
pillow.
Fourth, this would be a very weird one. Sakura Amamiya / Shinjiki from Sakura Wars / Tyson from Sega. I love the intro song for Sakura Wars, and her games are pretty fun, even though a lot of them are exclusive to Japan.
How did I not think of another Sega character? I would have freaking put on Kiryu.
Too late.
From Yakuza.
Kiryu from the only good anime, Sword Art Online.
Yes.
This is how I die.
Fifth would. I'm not sure about I'm not sure if like I would say Rayman or Crash. It's one of them for number 5, and then 6 it would also be one of those. Both of them are interchangeable.
Wait, it'll be one of
As you
those.
can tell, I have very weird taste.
Wait, so for number 5, it'd either be Rayman and Crash, and for number 6, it'd either be Rayman or Crash.
Like,
Oh.
they're interchangeable. They're interchangeable.
Oh my god, it's... Oh, my brain, CNJ there with the big brain power. I must say, alright, well, obviously, if I was doing this where I could actually choose, Waluigi, Isaac, and Gino and Mallow would be there, alongside Shantae, Yori Lowell, and Fuffle. But I'm pretty sure if you just read my name, you can guess which 3 I want the most. So I'm going to just discount the first 3 and go over 6 without them. Because I'm not...
Wario?
What?
Wario?
They're already in the game.
I know, you said just butt out my name. Wario.
No, I said... Alright, well, if I had to choose 6 which just counted them, because I'm based and not boring, I'd pick Shantae, Yuri Luau from Tales of Vesperia.
That's a good pick.
I didn't really get the hype behind him, started playing it. Screw Lloyd, Yuri's better. I'll pick Mario from I'm not worried. I'll pick Fuffle from Mario RPG. Mario and Luigi. I'm dying. Because I'm not ready to accept Alpha Dream's dead. I'm in denial. I'll pick Johnsy from Fortnite because I'm awesome and an epic gamer.
And for Micro as well.
Yeah, exactly, for Micro as well. I'd pick Phoenix Wright from Ace Attorney, and for the last one, that was difficult. I kind of like fighting game characters, so I guess I'd go for Heihachi from Tekken. But Soul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear is also tempting. Actually, no, I take that back. I'm going for Kratos because I want the internet to die. I'm going for Kratos because I hate the internet.
You know what? I don't think that's not a bad choice. And honestly, I've talked about this before. I said it feels like if Smash just goes on forever, if it feels like if just Smash Ultimate just went on forever, like we would get so many different all-stars from so many different games throughout so much of history. But it would always feel like that Kratos was the one that got away because he's the one that just feels logistically impossible.
Hey, Kratos.
Even though he has more than enough justification to be in the game if we approach Smash from the Valhalla for video game All-Stars
I think Kratos could happen.
type angle.
I think Kratos could happen. I don't know if it's likely this game, but I feel like eventually it's bound to happen. Like, keep in mind, people thought Microsoft and Nintendo would never be on buddy-buddy terms where they'd get characters in Smash, and I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure Steve and Banjo are from Microsoft. I don't know. I might be high or something.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Actually, I was trying to thought there. I was going to say something, but now I can't even remember what it was.
But yeah, that would be my 6.
Oh yeah, Micro is definitely Jonesy for Smash, as we all know.
Yeah.
Because Micro definitely loves that.
And ironically, though, I'll be honest, I'm actually beginning to want Johnsy because I feel like he would be so unique.
Well, yeah, that, but also think of the
Micro-probed my brain.
And also, yeah, micro-probed your brain. But also, think of like the new audience. I mean, we got a new audience from like the Minecraft community. I think we're going to get another audience if we got like Jonesy for Fortnite in there. And speaking of, you said Kratos, and you said the one that got away. There's another person that got away, which
Gordon Freeman. Gordon Freeman.
I mean, you can say that about really any character, but more like a Mortal Kombat rep.
Goku from Dragon Ball.
Yeah. But Mortal Kombat is another one that's got away. It's got so much history.
Honestly, I feel like Scorpion could happen, but I just feel like if they're going for another fighting game character, it's going to be Soul Bad Guy at this point.
Do you know what? I think I'm with you on that now. But whether or not it's in this past, I couldn't tell you.
I feel like, okay, I'll be honest. I feel like another Terry is inevitable. And I feel like if we're getting another Terry, it makes sense to be a Nintendo Direct and not E3.
Yeah.
So I feel like Soul is legitimately the most likely character for the next pack.
Yeah.
I know people are going to be speculating characters like Hayabusa and Crash, but one, I'm not even going to talk about Crash because all I'm going to say is I don't think he's in the past. But with stuff like Hayabusa, how long has he been the next character for? How long has that been a thing?
Same as Crash.
I would say Crash is more arguable because he's only really became oh, he's definitely coming this pass. So I'd say, well, I feel like that's a similar territory. I'd say it's a bit different because people always claimed Hayabusa was the most likely for the next character, no matter what.
Yeah, and we might also go on to that subject of like an expires pass.
I'm back.
And welcome back after our predictions or something if you guys want to do that. But before anything, actually no, we're going there now. Actually, we're like we'll do the whole like who we think it is if you guys want to do it. I know we've done it so many times, but maybe more definite answers like this episode of podcast. So if I go first, I do think. I know, as you said about Ryu Hayabusa, I do think it's either like a catch-22 with this. It's either going to be Ryu Hayabusa or Lloyd's going to be next.
Okay, can I get my take on Lloyd to an extent Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, there's something going on with the licensing, which basically means all the on-me costumes are just returning. Without any upgrades, well, besides maybe some visual ones, but nothing substantial like a deluxe, as people call them. But I just feel like they're just returning. That's one of the reasons why I began looking at Yuri Lowell if we get Tales of rep. Not to mention he's really popular. Like in the Tales of fandom, he's pretty much the most popular character in general. Not even just out of the pro tags, just in general.
Yeah, and yeah. So between them two, I think we might get first party and then like Crash. But I know I said, like, just before we started that Rayman's more likely than Crash, but I don't know. Because I've always said Crash, I think I'm just going to stick with that. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's what I think. I think we're going to get a big reveal of the last character. And obviously that's going to lead on if there's a third 5+, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But that's just
holy crap, a big reveal. I can't wait for a Gen 8 Pokemon.
No, another Fire Emblem character.
People are gonna get mad at me for this, but I could unironically see that.
What, a Gen 8 Pokemon?
I'll explain when we get to my predictions.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna lock in those three. So the next one's gonna be a catch-22. It's either gonna be Ryu Hayabusa or Lloyd. If you're right, if it's gonna be Lloyd as a costume returning, then it's gonna be Ryu Hayabusa. Then first party rep, and then I think it's gonna be like a big reveal, like Crash or something.
Be more bold. What first party rep we getting?
Oh, come on, you know you want to say the WAH's name, man. Just say it. I know you like a book. You just really want to say his name.
Well, to be honest, it was Waluigi for a while, but because of the whole Geno thing, because Sakurai was. Well, we didn't get Geno, even though there's so much push for him. The same with Waluigi, we got so much push for him. I don't think it's going to be Waluigi. I can't honestly tell. I mean,
and that's how I unfriended you on Discord. Blocked, reported, banned.
Hey. Because this is my prediction doesn't mean I don't want Waluigi in it.
No, too late. You've been blocked.
Somebody says in the chat, Matthew, as in Matthew Goldenson. That's a bold prediction, but I could believe it.
It's Pauline or King Boo.
Says Matthew first party, so that's Matthew Goldenson.
Okay.
That is bold.
Okay, I just want to quickly say something. A part of me could actually see King Boo due to the fact that Luigi's Mansion 3 actually never got a Spirit event.
Oh, okay. So let me do kind of a catch-22 with this one as well. King Boo or what was that one? I had it in my head.
Waluigi.
No, it wasn't Waluigi.
It was Pauline.
I'm forgetting.
It was Pauline.
No, it wasn't really Pauline.
Anyone have Nintendo now owns Astral Chain. Do you think they want to do Akira?
I feel like, the pass was already decided before that, so it's pretty unlikely.
King Boo Bomb.
Because
No, it wasn't. It was someone else, but I can't think. Just come back to me.
I'm just gonna pretend it was Waluigi because it makes me sleep at night.
No, it's not Waluigi.
Nope, it's Waluigi.
No, it's not Waluigi.
Yep, it's Waluigi. Okay, moving on. CNJ, your turn.
It was a Legend of Zelda rep. Maybe Zelda, like another Zelda.
Brett, time to piss off the entire Smash community with Breath of the Wild Zelda, guys. Let's have fun.
Zelda or Breath of the Wild Ganon.
Okay. Look, can Nintendo be based on Tingle from Wind Waker? He's like the best one.
Okay, so that's my predictions then. So Ryu Hayabusa, Zelda from Breath of the Wild 2 or Age of Calamity, and then like big reveal Crash. That's what I'm gonna look those in right now. Okay, next.
Okay, so C&J. He's scared.
Likely for like the last three choices.
Yeah.
I would say one of them is Crash. There's a lot of things going for him. I made a few infographics about some stuff that he could be in. Another one, maybe Ryu Hayabusa. I mean, it's yeah. I don't really know that much about these series, but from what people have said and from what I have seen, they look cool, and I feel like they are likely based on the evidence that people have brought up. Especially for Crash, because he's getting a lot of promotions. The 5-year plan is real, but we're not sure about the Smash part though, and other stuff. Then Ryu Hayabusa, just like the Ninja Gaiden Sigma Trilogy thing in March or something. The final one, I am not really sure at all, because I would say maybe Rayman, or someone else, but I'm not sure.
Oh, someone else. Oh, C&J here with the risky predictions.
How about this? Wow, you can pick one for me.
Okay, in that case, I'm picking SpaceKing.
Oh yeah, that's a cool character.
He's your next prediction.
Wait, we've been going on for 41 minutes already?
But for
could probably be just my breakdowns of each case taking like 25 minutes.
yeah, for his final smash, for SpaceKing's final smash, he becomes the Rossetti assist trophy from Brawl.
Hey, if I hadn't broken that stuff down on a podcast before, so I wanted to be thorough.
Don't worry. The animation will show you going on a podcast for the first time as well. Be very detailed. You'll be sweating bullets.
Oh boy.
Alright, well, okay. Well, I guess that goes to my predictions. Okay, well, I feel like the next character is going to be another Terry. I feel like people are gearing themselves too high for the next character. And so I'm going to predict the next character will be Soul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear. The fact that Artworks Systems got a Spirit event, and it wasn't Guilty Gear, and then they haven't even got a Soul Me costume, which is basically their flagship series, kind of feels off-putting to me, like something's coming.
I actually thought you said something else then.
What did you think I said?
Flag shit.
Alright, so for the character after that, I'm gonna guess I have actually two predictions. I feel like the E3 reveal is either gonna be a Capcom rep. Probably in other words, it's either gonna be Dante or Phoenix. No other Capcom rep really has a chance. I'm sorry, Monster Hunter Chads, your character doesn't have a chance.
Another version of Mega Man.
I'd say it's actually either Monster Hunter or Dante, but I don't think Phoenix has a chance at the stage of E3.
Well, no, it's more the fact that I don't feel like Soul has a chance at the stage of E3, unless the fact that I feel like Phoenix has that. That's my stance there. I feel like at the two they would probably want to reveal Dante there, but I don't know what's planned. But my other prediction is I don't know if they would reveal this at E3 due to the fact that this series isn't huge in the West, but it's massive in Japan, and that's Yuri Lowell. I'm edging to a Capcom rep, but I really am beginning to think Yuri is something that's more possible than people like to admit, because they like to sugarcoat Lloyd as much as possible. But I really am beginning to think about it, and I feel like while I'm leaning into a Capcom rep ultimately, I still feel like Yuri is a very strong possibility for E3. And I'm just gonna be honest, I feel like another Nintendo rep is inevitable at this pass. If I had to predict one, I'd probably predict Waluigi, but I feel like other ones like Rex, Rhythm Heaven rep, potentially even Isaac, but I'm more doubtful of him due to the fact that his series, even if it comes back, I don't know if Nintendo would be too interested in promoting it that much, personally. But I feel like if I had to go with a Nintendo rep, I'd go with Waluigi, Rex, or a Rhythm Heaven rep.
All right, those are some decent suggestions, I suppose. I think that I could definitely see Soul Bad Guy myself. Like, he's someone that a lot of people are kind of underselling, but he makes a lot of sense in practice. Like Terry, I give you that one. Also, his music would be insanely good.
I listened to Guilty Gear music and instantly thought, you know, Soul should be in Smash.
You know what? I agree.
and then some people asked me who the house Soul was, and I instantly got sad.
Who's Soul?
Now,
big tough sword dude from Arc System Works game.
He's basically you know anime fighters like the not Street Fighter, you know, like the Dragon Ball fighter games.
No.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't his rival married to his daughter or something like that?
Not really sure.
No, yeah, I know.
There's something awkward going on with him and his rival.
So 1 minute. I believe 1 minute. I just need to check, man. Gil.
Just checking his facts.
No, I just want to double check. Okay, so Guilty Gear Strive also releases rather soon to when Pack 9 would release, so that could also go for it.
Yes, I was right. I just looked it up. His rival, Sarah's rival in Guilty Gear, married his daughter.
Oof. But yeah, it could also work as a promotional pick. I've just realised because Guilty Gear releases early April.
At what?
9 or 10. Walmart's open.
What time?
Walmart's open. Oh my gosh.
People are talking to me. I'm sorry.
But real leak. Walmart confirmed open. Need to close it for COVID restrictions.
Yeah, COVID restrictions. Oh, we're not allowed to say the word. Just remember that.
YouTube kill us.
I hate this house sometimes. People just barge in without knocking.
Imagine knocking. Such a foreign concept.
I'm locking the door. Hold on.
I thought we were just talking about our lives on a Smash Bros podcast.
And for these are the juicy details that will really sell us as a brand. See, guys, we're not just any other podcast. We're real people. See, so remember to smash that subscribe button, like the video, and share it with all your friends and family.
Friends and family. What if we do not have it?
And even then, that matter, send it to all the people you hate. Just send it to everyone.
Yeah.
Go to your teachers or bosses and force them to watch our podcasts.
I guess I should give my realistic predictions then.
I thought you did your predictions.
I did my roster predictions, not the ones for like who I would actually think would get in.
Oh, well, okay, well all right.
I mean, you guys were. Have you all gone though? I was talking for a while, so.
No. Not. Well, I mean, I've went. I'm pretty sure Ants went. C&J's went.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm gonna say that we should probably have someone big and iconic as a third-party series. Just one more, because I don't necessarily think that there's gonna be like a ton. Like more characters, even if there's like a second pass. I'm gonna second pass, a third pass. I think that we're kind of reaching the bottom of the stack here, and I kind of think that we got to start thinking about like how this all closes off, right? To that angle, I'm kind of the mind that we might be looking at something like a big one, like maybe a Crash or a Master Chief, or like
Kratos from God of War.
Or someone that like the entire gaming public immediately recognizes. And the reason that I see that is because I feel like we're approaching the last hurrah here.
Okay, well,
and I think that I think that we're probably gonna get like a character that's considered air quotes underwhelming, and we're probably gonna get a first party character, and they're gonna get something mind blowing. So for just to fill in that palette, I would say for our air quotes underwhelming character, I would say someone like Soul, or someone like maybe Ryu Hayabusa. Where Ryu Hayabusa is an iconic character, but nowhere near in the league of characters that people keep suggesting, like Dante, right?
I feel like I'd say Soul wouldn't really be underwhelming but he definitely would have been if he wasn't literally one of the most speculated characters.
Right, that's fair.
Because people really love to push the idea that Ryu Hayabusa a lot, because he totally is, guys. Trust me, he's pack 4. I'm sorry, pack 5. I mean pack 6. I'm sorry, pack 7. Totally pack 8, guys. Trust me. Pack 9. I got it this time.
Okay. But anyways, I like I said, someone that is not necessarily known by the entire gaming public, so you might have a segment where Sakurai just goes over the entire history again, right?
I honestly, Terry's presentation was the best. People hated Terry until they saw the presentation, then were just like, this is the best character in the pack. It was like everyone was hating it. Then just the music list came up, and everyone was like, Terry's probably the best character in the pack, guys.
Not just that, Iori is edgy. That's cool.
Who's Yodi?
Yuri.
Iori, the main antagonist of King of Fighters.
CNJ, I thought you were based for a second and said Yuri from Tales of Vesperia. I had too much faith in you.
I'm a King of Fighters fan now, so yeah.
Anyways, as for our air quotes mind-blowing character, I'll just go I'll put my chips in. I'll just say Crash. And I think there's movement towards him that just feels right. Like there's just things that you just keep lining up for him that really shouldn't, if he wasn't someone that maybe they didn't even get him. I guarantee you they've at least had that conversation. Like, should we add Crash? He just feels like he belongs there, right? And I forgot to address him during my lineup of characters that I would have wanted, but I really would have wanted Crash personally. So he would definitely make me very happy. But it's just something that would be kind of mind-blowing. Also, it would definitely help with the series, considering we know that Crash 4 didn't sell so hot. And I think that, putting some of that Smash Bros. Attention on the game could definitely help out and secure Crash's future, which definitely needs securing, considering that this is Activision we're talking about. Like,
Company of the Year.
Who made Carnival Craze Party games?
They're right up there with some of our favorite companies, Konami and EA.
Oh. Honestly, I get flack when I say this, but I honestly believe that Activision is like the source of like literally like 80% of the problems.
I would say they're higher. I wouldn't say they're more than Konami or EA though. Like EA, but actually I'd probably compare Activision mostly to EA. Konami's absolute trash, and we don't really need to beat that dead horse anymore. But I'd compare them to EA. Except make half decent games. Still make decent games at times.
So anyways, Crash for your air quotes mind-blowing third-party character. And for your first-party character, I'm gonna go bold. I'll say Isaac. And I know that sounds implausible, but I don't care. This is my list, and if I'm wrong, I'll hold that L with pride. I just think that the Fighters Pass format just inherently suits him better than a character like Waluigi, and considering that they own him, they don't even have to negotiate, so that gets stuff out of the way that might be.
I thought Camelot owned Isaac.
No. Nintendo owns the Golden Sun IP. It's just that Camelot has the authority to say whether or not they're making it, basically.
I like your list, by the way. I had muted for a sec there.
So yeah, I'll say Isaac. I just feel that he's just best suited to the Fighters Pass format, and out of the assist trophy lineup, like he's first party, so we don't have to talk about the rights. Represents a new series. He's a very hyped up character. He's not in Waluigi's shoes where he doesn't really have a stage that you would introduce. And don't tell me we're adding another Mario Kart stage. We need another Mario stage if we're adding a Mario character. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mario Tennis stage.
No, we wouldn't do that.
Mario's
We didn't even add a tennis stage for Daisy.
They were clearly saving it for Waluigi. I mean, come on, isn't it obvious, SpaceKing? You're meant to be the smart one here.
Oh, come on. I know I have my galaxy brain moments, but no, I'm not the smart one.
You're right. You're just the internet one. You're just the one who knows how technology works.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the one who
So, yeah,
just has no clue.
So yeah, there's my lineup. I'll say Ryu Hayabusa, Crash Bandicoot, Isaac. There you go.
Guys, it's Pokemon's 20th anniversary. Clearly that means a Pokemon's a lock, though. No one predicted a Pokemon. This does not compute.
I don't predict a Pokemon. I don't predict a Pokemon because I don't want a Pokemon. If I get a Pokemon, I'm going to be very upset knowing that I spent money on this Fighters Pass.
Imagine if they had
Pokemon content
imagine
that
if
I did not want.
Okay. SpaceKing, close your eyes and imagine this. A Pokemon is revealed, the Mii costumes come up, and Felix is revealed as a Mii costume. What do you do?
Guys, this makes me very unhappy.
I would be like that one meme or that one kid who just got punched. It's like, oh, I can't believe you've done this. And I censored myself for your podcast. There you go.
I can't believe you've done this.
Guys, this makes me very unhappy. I got one dislike on my video.
I mean, I would have an infinite supply of meme fodder at least. I'd be able to. I would have fodder for my meme account, but that's about it. That's the only good thing that will come from that.
Oh my god, Metal Gear.
Anyway, okay, I'll be honest here though with Isaac. I feel like Isaac should be likely, but the fact that he's an assist trophy, which I don't think this confirms, but I do think it does inherently make a character less likely. That's my basic stand on it. But I feel like the fact that that Goldenson coming back, if it does happen, I personally think it will. I feel like Nintendo wouldn't be that interested in promoting it unless they see success from it in the modern day first. That's how they trend to be with most IPs.
I don't know about that because here's the thing. Like, Nintendo knows that they can get a lot of success out of these various RPGs that they've been making, regardless of the brand that's associated. We had a new IP in Octopath Traveler. It succeeded. We had an old IP in Bravely Default. It's gearing up for success. We have an established IP in Xenoblade Chronicles. It found success. We had an established IP in Fire Emblem. It found success. So I don't necessarily think that Nintendo would be adverse to promoting their new game if we're going to get something from Golden Sun in the future.
Okay, now tell me what
Zach said in the chat. He put it in words that that best summarizes this. Banjo exists. So
okay.
I don't think a character being from a dead series is necessarily important.
But okay, there's a difference between Banjo. Banjo is third party. The Nintendo has chance to do other stuff here with promoting it. And here's the thing: if we're not getting a new Golden Sun, Isaac doesn't really have much of a chance in my stance. I feel like I do want to say Isaac has a chance, but I personally feel like without a new Golden Sun, his chances are dead. And Nintendo trends to like to promote characters, and I don't know if they would be that interested in promoting Golden Sun straight away. Given I could be wrong, and I do try to be pessimistic at times, but I don't know. I just personally don't really see Isaac happening.
That's fair, I guess. I can concede that. It's definitely a moonshot prediction.
At the minute, if there's
if I don't put a moonshot in here, I'm gonna feel sad.
If there's a pass free though, I do think Isaac has a chance if the Golden Sun rumors are more legit. Cause I'll at least see the success first, most likely.
I concede you. I concede that. Yeah, I could definitely see that if he's not in this pass to promote, a new Golden Sun.
And if a
then I
new
could
Golden
definitely
Sun,
see-
and if a new Golden Sun is successful, I could actually see Isaac then.
Although at that point, they might be too late, because if you remember, to coordinate with the promotion of the characters of Byleth and Corrin, right?
One word: Arms.
Oh.
Yeah, Arms got screwed over, but Arms was a new franchise.
Eh.
What about Taboo's chances?
He's
Do you
he's
know what I've always said about they could do Taboo, but just make him really nerfed, or just make him a boss.
Taboo's a lock. Taboo's 100%. You can't change his chances. He's a complete lock.
Sandbag is a lock.
Wait, you pronounce his name Taboo or Taboo?
I say Taboo.
Man,
And he said Taboo or something.
Yeah, Taboo. Yeah.
I call him
The
Taboo.
Japanese name Sinjay.
It's just conversation.
So I tell you what, guys, throw us some names who you would like. It could be speculation. Just put I speculate for speculation in the chat I'm talking about, and in your predictions of who you would like to see. Just any, even if it's just 1, 2, 3 characters, whatever you guys want to see, and then we'll talk about your messages in chat. So this brings me on to the next thing for you guys here. So what do you feel like about a third fighters pass? Yes or no? And if it is, or even this, if you still don't have the fighters pass, what 3 characters would you like to see?
I think a pass 3 is inevitable.
You reckon?
With stuff like the 7 square names and the fact that I feel like Master Chief is just insanely likely in general, I feel like they're probably in a pass 3. And with the 7 square names, with Krona being there and said to be one of the most talked about alongside Sephiroth and a Dragon Quest rep, yeah, I just don't see a reality now where Chrono doesn't get in. When with Sora, I've heard a lot of things about that. My guess is the fact that Square Enix told Nintendo they don't own the rights, so conversations didn't lead anywhere substantial.
Yeah.
I'm unsure about
That was
Sora's
years
chat.
ago. Maybe they talked again.
Once again, Square Enix doesn't own Sora, so imagine Nintendo approaching a company that doesn't own him. Oh, hey Microsoft, can we have Dante from Devil May Cry in Smash? What's that? You don't own him? 2 years later, still approaching Microsoft for Dante.
I mean, in a way, you're kind of speaking to Tetsuya Nomura, who works at Square Enix.
I mean, yeah,
His own group.
you'd have to speak to one person. That's different from getting a company on board. And it seems like that's what Disney would approach. It seems like Disney would approach him, going off what they've said. But I'd rather
Honestly,
not.
I think Disney would want Sora.
But I would rather not talk about Disney and Sora because I'm scared of where that goes. Because I don't like the Disney iceberg, the Sora iceberg of speculation.
Sora iceberg.
Oh no! There's a server I'm in, Star Road. Whenever we talk about Sora, everyone said they're basically in the past. There was, you remember that whole Sora leak, on the roster.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
So you remember that leak? Sora was on the roster or something, and he was using attacks, and they looked like Shulk.
Yeah.
So this whole server, everyone was just screaming. They were saying, "Is Sora gonna be in? Is Sora gonna be in?" And then we just got some people from Papagenos' server explaining what they have been hearing. And then from that day on, if someone brought up Sora, we would have to force them to stop because we do not want that same argument again.
I'm just gonna go there and say Sora and then piss off.
Oh no.
I'll be right back.
Thank you.
So I know some of you guys in there saying pass through is possible. We talked about Sora earlier on Twitter chat. Sinjay and Dante, so we have a character which would be like a fusion of 2 mains. So not many people were saying about pass 3. I think only one person said about pass 3. I mean, I would have said no, but because Steve literally broke Twitter, I think it more likely to be a pass 3. What characters? I think it's going to be big name characters, or it'll be a big character, not so big character, big character. Yeah, I think we're not going to get, because I said this last time. If we get 5 pass 2, it's only going to be like 3 or 4, and then we've got 6. So if I'm wrong again, hopefully we get an extra 6 characters, guys. Let's go.
Hopefully, please.
Mm.
Yeah, and then we just get epic Mickey, Marina, Waluigi, Isaac, and then.
And then you then you wake up, CNJ, and realize it was all a dream. Ultimate never happened, and this podcast never existed.
Oh,
Got
no.
finished.
Actually, what would happen if this podcast never existed?
Me, none of us from 3 would be there, and we wouldn't be talking.
Well, basically, this would have happened. Zero X wouldn't have deleted an unexisting Discord.
We have to name drop. 100 characters. I mean, it could happen.
I feel
100
this is just my take. I feel like if they really want to end Ultimate perfectly, they should end upon the number 100.
So what are we up to now? Like when we get the last character?
I believe we're on somewhere in the 80s. 1 minute.
Let me check. 75 was Byleth. We're on 78 now.
So yeah, we'll be in the 80s.
And then if you count echoes, that would be.
I'm not counting echoes. I'm just going off the numbers.
That would be. Yeah, 78.
We'll
and
be-
then it would be +3 because of the 3 unknown characters, which would be 81.
We're on 78 now. How would it be 81?
No, 78. No, because Sephiroth is 78. If you add the 3 unknown characters, it would be 81.
Yeah, I said like.
Oh, yeah,
at the end
right.
as far as-
Oh, sorry.
Maths. Okay, don't worry. Then Echo Fighters. I know you're not.
I thought you were
including
counting the
anybody
Echo. I thought you were counting the Echo fighters there.
Oh, yeah. It would be 88, and then all characters. No,
I feel like
also just too much.
I don't think they are gonna get to 100, but I feel like if they want to end Ultimate right, they should.
Hey, back.
Welcome back.
Here's the thing, like what other let me see. What other 19 characters would they add?
Waluigi 19 times.
Honestly, at that point, they'd pretty much have to start digging into the assist trophy lineup.
Not really.
We the forbidden one. All these 5 parts of your body.
I mean, they don't really have to, but I feel like it's something they should consider doing. I feel like, I'll be honest, I think the only thing that does just straight up disconfirm is DLC me costumes for the simple fact you have to pay for them. Besides maybe Rex, I could see him being the exception for the fact that he's a bonus. But
It's just like it's like we're gonna put special emphasis on Rex, and the only way you can get him is getting 5 DLC fighters.
sorry, he is a me costume. You have to pay 25 quid for him. That's the only reason anyone bought the pass. It wasn't for getting a character free now. It wasn't for getting the worst character Joker for free. It was clearly for the Rex me costume.
That's actually true, Zach. That's true, Zach, in the chat.
Icon is a Triforce. He's never played a Zelda game. And he made Zelda.
I mean,
Whoa.
That's a Zelda game.
I've played.
Yeah, your name in my Discord server has never played Zelda.
I'm literally play. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm pretty good in Zelda and Smash. I'm pretty sure I played with her. I think
That doesn't count.
that's
That's like saying that you beat a Sonic game and got to play Super Sonic, but in reality, all you did was turn into Super Sonic as a final smash.
I mean, I have played a Zelda game for 5 minutes.
Yeah, Smash is a Zelda game.
Yeah, yes, you see, I did this. I turned on Twilight Princess, played 5 minutes on it, and decided to let's play Mario 3D World instead. That game's actually fun.
Okay, I know the beginning of Twilight Princess is but at least it's different than every other Zelda game because
There are other Zelda
usually
games.
Boring.
Wait. There's other Zelda games.
No, there's not. There's not. Twilight
What?
Princess
There's no
is
Zelda
one.
games?
The only one you should care about because it's the best.
I mean,
I'm getting confused now.
maybe if they bring us a Zelda RPG, then maybe I'll consider it.
Smash
Wait,
RPG.
Zelda is an RPG, I think. Right? Or
No,
something?
it's not.
Anyway,
3D action puzzle game
anyway,
with a role-playing element.
I've played a Zelda game. I played Subspace Emissary,
The real one.
the true Zelda game.
Oh, Zelda is a hybrid of RPG and adventure. I mean, it's close. So
It depends what Zelda you're talking about, though.
I'm talking about the Zelda that's called Zelda.
Link.
You know what, SpaceKing? I'm gonna play a Zelda game. I'm gonna play the CDI ones just to piss you off.
my boy.
Look, I don't even care. As long as you play this. Actually, no, those don't count.
No, they count.
Those
They
don't count because they're not called The Legend of Zelda in the title.
Google
Lamp
CDI Legend of Zelda. 1 minute.
They're called like Zelda, then the subtitle.
oil. Rope. Bombs.
Well, in that case, I will play the Legend of Zelda cartoon.
Oh no.
Okay, the games are called Link: The Faces of Evil, Zelda: The Wand of Gamelon, and Zelda's Adventure.
Zelda's
they're not the Legend of Zelda games.
You're right. Okay, you know, Sven. People call Breath of the Wild their first prequel, their first trilogy. Start off. This is the first trilogy. Deal with it. This is the reality we live in.
Like it kind of makes sense in a way, because I think the Zelda one is after Wand of Gamelon.
Anyway, can we all agree? Legend of Zelda's boring.
No.
Nah, Twilight Princess is not.
I'm just pissing off Zach at this point.
Only thing that is boring is getting all the bugs. Yeah.
So, did we all talk about like the third Fighters Pass and who we chose? I know I did.
I mean, we don't even know how many
X
characters that would be in it.
No, let's just say that's what I said. Let's just say free.
Why the hell would they do a pass for free? At that point, they might as well just sell them separately and get more money. You should say at least 4.
Free characters,
I can see 4 characters.
I would say there would be a minimum of 4, as an absolute minimum.
And then the maximum is something.
The maximum is 100.
So, what do you guys think of the chat? Do you think this will be third Fighters Pass? It's not. I said my prediction is something big. Just all 3 of them will be big. 3 characters, something big. That's it. No more. That's what I think.
Yeah, I would say that third Fighters Pass is likely. Thinking of who would be in it, I feel that I not want to answer that because we do not know who the last 3 fighters in the second Fighters Pass is. If we know that, then we could.
Well, I didn't say characters. I just said just 3 big ones, really.
3 big ones. Okay, Sora, Shrek, someone else.
Yeah, Shrek don't count, CJ. And sorry to disappoint you again.
Okay, I actually have proof for that. Activision developed a Shrek game.
Yes, I know they developed a game.
Okay, well, guys, we heard CNJ. The next Activision rep won't be Crash. It'll be a Call of Duty soldier.
Random NPC too.
Ronald Reagan.
Don't worry, guys. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Crash will be a me costume. No, he will not be a deluxe. He will look like the Crash mascot.
Alright, so I'm going to go operate under the assumption that we're getting a 4 characters fighter pass 3. And I'll just name.
I can see that.
I'll say 4. I'll guess these 4. Chrono, Master Chief, Dante, and
Sora.
No, we already have Chrono.
I mean, Sora isn't really
Actually,
training,
I'll say because Nintendo went to the trouble of securing the rights to this. I'll say Akira, Astral Chain.
But don't they
went
own
to
the
the
series? So that would mean nothing.
No, they didn't own the series before. It was they had co-ownership with Platinum Games. But recently, they secured the entire rights to the series for for some strange reason.
I think you're wrong.
What do you mean?
I think you're wrong.
Not just my predictions are off base, or
No, don't worry.
He's trying. He needs to start a conflict. He needs drama for the podcast.
Yeah.
I need those views.
Okay, well, for my predictions, I'm gonna predict that all our predictions will be wrong.
We have to have said someone right in this sea of names.
Okay, well, alright. If I just assume I was 100% right about my prediction, I'm gonna go with Yuri, and I'm gonna say it was Yuri instead of Capcom because I'm awesome and I want Yuri more. Okay, I'm gonna say if we get a pass 3, I feel like time to get hate. I actually feel like John Z will probably happen. Just looking at Fortnite's success and the fact that Disney's pretty much doubling down in the actual Fortnite epic scene, I just feel like at this point it isn't as much of a fad as people like to make out. It's just gonna stay for the long haul, and I feel like Nintendo actually would want to get a piece of that pie.
Corin.
I'm gonna say Chrono and Master Chief would also be in the pass. And then I'm gonna say some first party. If I had to say someone, I'd probably say maybe Isaac, or depending on the situation with Golden Sun, maybe a Rhythm Heaven rep, but most likely just a random promotional pick. And to piss off SpaceKing, I'm gonna say it's another Pokemon.
Yay, Cinderace for Smash.
It ain't Cinderace, you clots.
You Wally. You plonker.
I need to find the Pokemon and put it on screen. Bear with me.
Toxicity or something?
So is that everyone's predictions?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys actually went into depth with yours and you chose 4, so I'm going to choose 4 now.
No, you made your decisions.
Well, I just said something big, I didn't say, and I didn't do 4. So.
Yeah, you said 3. You said there'd only be 3 because you're a massive poo-poo nerd.
I personally feel that the only reason I went with 4 for my list of is because I feel like if they're gonna do a third Fighters Pass, it kind of just needs to be 4 or more. Because 3 would kind of feel like, why are you even bothering at that point? Just sell them individually.
Yeah, no, I definitely think it's going to be 3 if we get. So say 3, so we can get more. That's my plan.
Yeah, well, you're wrong.
It's like if we're all wrong and we don't even get a third one.
Well, what if none of us are wrong, and we just get 100 characters?
Yeah.
How many characters do we need to do after that? As I said, I can't be bothered to calculate it out after this Fighters Pass. So some say 81, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we need 9 characters.
Anyway,
There's something that is interesting.
Oh, 1 minute. I found the Pokemon. I'm gonna put it on screen.
Hello, can I be heard?
Yeah, you can be heard.
Yes, can.
Okay, my microphone cut, so I'm sorry.
It's fine. 1 minute. I just found the Pokemon. Let me just. There you go. Okay.
Let's go.
Ready. Massive leak. Massive leak here, guys. Next character.
All credible leakers. We got it from 4chan, so it's credible leaking.
Next character's here. Is it on the screen yet?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's confirmed. Oh,
Is it on the screen? I can't see that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that guy. What's his name again?
Epic cool dude. Hey, SpaceKing. Check the legit leak I've just got. It's the real scoop, man.
4chan, so obviously.
What do you think of this epic scoop?
In the chat, if we get another Pokemon, she'd want Deoxys.
Oh, Deoxys would be cool.
I doubt it, honestly.
If we get
from the new Pokemon game.
if we get a new Pokemon, I kind of want it to either be Meowth or Zoroark.
No, it's Eevee.
Meow, that's right.
Honestly, I just don't get the hype behind Eevee.
It's Team Rocket. It's Jesse and James.
Oh, finally an anime character in my Smash Bros. We're one step away, guys, from getting the dream of Kirito from Sword Art Online. Anyway,
There's something I noticed.
Anyway, this leak can just stay here in the corner. It's a good leak, so it's staying in the corner.
It's from 4chan, guys. Come on, look at that hand.
Good leak.
It's completely
There you go.
legit.
There's something I noticed with with Steve and Sephiroth. those names were heard in 2018 a lot because of the 7 Squares and Minecraft content in Smash from Vergeman.
And my
Weird,
Yeah.
right?
I think Sephiroth was more just considered, and then the idea was brought up again.
Oh, we're
I know,
best
but like
friends.
his name was first bigly heard. Not Bigly's not a word.
But
Bigly,
Bigly,
mainly heard in 2018 from 7 Squares, right?
Bigly.
Yeah, it's. I know it's not a word.
it sounds like a
mainly.
YouTube channel.
Bigly.
Bigly Gaming here. Here to open some loot boxes. So
Bigly Gaming.
Hello guys, it's Bigly Gaming.
Bigly Gaming. Oh man.
Oh, CJ, please do that. Please. And that voice.
Hello, it's Bigly Gaming. We're gonna play Ryan's card game.
Don't play games. It's leak games. Big leak
Ryan's
games.
card game. Wait,
Gonna leak
games
news.
here. We're gonna play Garfield Kart.
oh yeah, right. Garfield's a lot, guys. We need promotion for Garfield Kart 3.
Yeah,
Garfield
Moody's Echo Fighter.
We're gonna leak a new game. It's gonna be Star Fox 1.
But like, anyways, it's like these names were mainly heard in 2018, right? And then like Crash and Ryu said they were heard in 2019, right?
Pyro.
Yeah, characters like that kind of. So I was thinking maybe like the characters that were heard in 2018, they're kind of going to be in Pass 1, and then like any characters that were heard in like mid 2019, kind of they would be in a possible Pass 3. It's a weird theory, but kind of works for some reason in my head.
I don't believe that.
Fake C&J's a fake leaker.
Oh no!
But but we know Steve was considered. But well, actually no, it was planned. But I feel like Sephiroth was just considered. And I feel
Let's get another Final Fantasy character in there. Yeah, let's go, boys.
I hate the deal with Final Fantasy because it always brings up the Square Enix stingy debate, which isn't even true. They're just legally screwed. But yeah.
Can you hear E-Ray from SpaceKing's mic? For some reason,
Huh?
it's like someone screaming.
Hello?
It's like for some very strange reason, there's like someone screaming from a game in the background.
I was listening to music.
He's being an epic gamer, guys. He an epic gamer.
Wait, did you just say epic? You just said epic?
John Z joining Smash because he epic gamer.
It's an epic, so Jonesy's a lock.
Yeah, but with the 7 Square names, I feel like Chrono was definitely considered. I feel like if there's a Pass 3, there's no change in the fact that he's probably a come in. And honestly,
Undoubtedly.
I feel like I honestly wasn't that hyped until I learned he had like, I think it's 11 cats. Then I realized, Chrono's probably one of the best characters Square Enix could offer because he has something like 11 cats.
Sakurai's cat.
Chrono would make me cry tears of happiness. He's like that character that
That you just
that,
feel
like-
that feels impossible in a way.
yeah, like a character that he just feels at home in Smash Brothers, but it's like Banjo, where it's just like there's so many. He's in contention with so many big names to get into Smash.
Like Lara
against
Croft.
Yeah, Lara Croft, that's one. Or,
Neku.
And just about any other FF protagonist, right?
Tifa, please bring in Tifa. I'm a massive simp, I know.
I'll tell you what, like, as you say that, SpaceKing, if that person got in and then you cried, it's the same with WoW. WoW said it would cry if Waluigi got in. And I don't know about you, CJ, but I will literally cry if Master Chief got in. I know I'm a grown man, but I don't give a crap.
Look, guys. Even boomers can cry. No need to hide it.
Yeah. We've got feelings too.
I know it's hard to believe.
Do you know what's really funny, Wax? You say that, right? When I did my reaction to Steve, you know that other podcast I talk about.
Yeah.
I'm going to mention. Someone said, "Do you want to see reactions? Check out me and my channel." They said, and then they said, "Oh, even the Zoomers are happy." Imagine being called a Zoomer.
People who use Zoom.
Zoom.
Yeah, be a Zoomer, and it's like, and then even they said, "Oh, imagine and as a Zoomer," and it's like, "I don't know this person." I said, "I'll tell you what, mate. I'm like in my 30s."
What is a Zoomer?
I have no idea. I think it's like, isn't it like
Zoomy, zoom,
guys,
zoom.
educate me. What is a Zoomer?
A
Tell me.
Zoomer is a Zoomer.
He zooms
Zoomer
around.
is someone who uses Zoom while using Zoom, the spell from Dragon Quest.
Well, I just thought it was someone that did the Naruto run around, and that's a Zoomer.
No,
Wait,
a Zoomer is basically AntKeepsGaming.
Apparently so.
Oh,
Okay.
Zoomer. Oh, Zoomer is a nickname referring to Generation Z. Okay, that's
Yeah, I'm not in that generation.
I do believe Gen Z is like 98 and afterwards.
Last time I checked in the mirror, I'm definitely not Generation Z.
All right.
Zooming definition.
And you're a filthy millennial. We all know.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, there's nothing talking about Zoomer, just Boomer, aka viral.
I just want to point out a nerd anonymous or whatever you say your name. The thing is, though, like games have been a big part of my life since I was really little. I mean, I started playing games when I was 3 years old, and obviously Halo was a big part of my life growing up. And I mean, you know, like think of your character that you've always wanted in another game that you've always loved. That's pretty much it. So.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the only time I probably cry. Unless Master Chief or one of the main characters just dies in the game, then I'll be sad.
All right.
Actually, I'll just be
Well. Okay. In that case, next Halo game's just gonna be a reboot. Master Chief dies. We have to live with his younger son Billy.
Hmm.
They're making Halo a reboot like Devil May Cry.
No.
Hey,
I know.
SpaceKing. SpaceKing.
That's
Oh no.
Anyway, just a quick say, yeah, I know he's joking. I was going to say, C&J, if there be one character that was in Smash would make you cry,
Epic Mickey, yeah, and maybe Sora.
actually, it would be Epic Mickey.
Yes, I grew up with the game. Well,
Yeah, I mean,
both
it would go against every sense of logic and reason, so of course he would cry.
It's
the
not.
closest realistic pick would be Sora. There you go.
It's just like this. It's just like it's not like oh my god, I can't believe it. It's more like oh, Master Chief's in, and then you just see this tear just roll down my face, like hold it in. I'm not crying, you're crying. What are you talking
Honestly,
about?
I want him in for you. Waluigi for WoW.
If I had my ideal world, I'd just have like all of our characters in. I mean, we still could do that. I mean,
If I had my ideal world,
characters.
if I had my ideal world, I would end world hunger. I would create world peace, and the most important one, add Waluigi to Smash.
Yes, a perfect meme.
You know how people were gonna raid Area 51? They thought they were gonna find aliens. Now they just found a lone copy of Smash Bros Ultimate, which had Waluigi as a character.
Oh, I see what you want us to do. Where you want us to do an Area 51, but at Sakurai's home with just us four.
You know, I know the Area 51 raid is a meme, but after current events, it doesn't seem so unrealistic anymore.
Oh, so I have a special prize for you, SpaceKing, in Podcast Bro Chat.
Oh no.
Do not look.
It's not Jonesy with green hair again.
I knew that would be there. I knew that would be there.
Well, it's the most iconic scene of Devil May Cry.
For all wrong reasons.
Okay, I just want to make you say this. The DMC reboot isn't bad, it's just a bad Devil May Cry game.
No, it's a bad game.
You are
It's a bad game, and people should feel bad if they like it.
You are biased and nitpicking because you dislike DMC, and you're not allowed an opinion anymore. They're the rules. You're on the internet. Opinions be damned.
I also especially hate the developers of that game because they were so pretentious and acting like they're artists and crap, and they're making that crap where Dante's talking to a giant bug and saying "F you, F you." Like, come on, that's not art. I've seen.
Don't worry.
That ain't art. That's more like a bunch of farts.
It's very artistic. Microsoft saw that scene and called up Ninja Theory and bought them. That one scene, Phil Spencer saw that one scene, felt so inspired.
Some of the crap that Microsoft publishes, I wouldn't be surprised.
Microsoft over Sony. I made that choice. I'll say this. I have more exposure to Sony. I've had more exposure to PlayStation. I did my research. Microsoft over Sony. Microsoft is better in my opinion. Or Xbox.
Anyways, I was just gonna say, maybe we should consider talking about recent gaming news, considering we have Bowser's Fury and Crash 4.
Nah. Oh, I have a bad
thumbnail.
I have a bad discussion. What company is Microsoft gonna acquire next? That's a better convo.
Nintendo.
They don't have the money. They don't have the money.
I mean, Microsoft is the second biggest company in the world, so I don't feel like Nintendo would allow.
They don't have the money. Dude, no, you have to understand. You have to understand that any people looking to buy Nintendo, they're looking at like an ungodly inflated price, much higher than the actual value of the company.
Oh yeah, I get that. I honestly, I feel like I don't. I mean, look at what happened when Microsoft originally tried to buy them.
They laughed out.
Like they actually got a meeting, and then just like an entire meeting of them laughing at Microsoft. Imagine being Microsoft in those moments. They probably got so pissed off they bought Rare.
No, I don't think that's what happened.
I know, I'm just joking, but actually, now that I think about that, would actually be an interesting conversation.
Next Microsoft purchase, me and my friends were discussing
because
that the other day.
So I looked into it, and the rumor state is going to be like a Bethesda level acquisition. I know they bought ZeniMax Media. I mean,
Warner Brothers games.
I mean, that isn't exactly for sale at the minute, so it'll probably go back up for sale if they can't make the profit back, and because they have money they owe back. But I feel like that's kind of off the tables because it's saying it'll either be revealed. It's either going to happen late this year or early next year. The reveal it's going to happen based on the rumors.
I mean, if you wanted a buyout that would make the guys who nailed Jesus to the cross look loyal, how about Game Freak? That's a Bethesda level acquisition.
Oh, one thing that kind of puts you off that is I'm pretty sure that would sever ties with Nintendo in a way. Like I'm pretty convinced that would really piss off Nintendo.
Yeah, no, they all this while Nintendo and Game Freak were discussing the next Pokemon game. Game Freak was discussing selling the studio. Like that would be that. They would not just be angry; they would be livid.
They would just sever all communications with Microsoft on the spot. But do you want me to make an actual prediction? I feel like Sega is pretty likely, but and that would probably be my prediction. I feel like Ubisoft's also up there considering competitors to Microsoft being... No, for the simple fact that other competitors have really been eyeing them up, I feel like Microsoft may actually just want to go in and grab them. But if I wanted to make a prediction, which I don't feel like is too safe, but also isn't unrealistic, and I might be a little biased when I say this because I really do want them to pick it up, I'm going to say Capcom.
I don't think so.
I really hope they do, but I feel like out of all of them, Sega's probably the best bet.
Okay, the thing with Sega is just weird to me because one thing is the Sakura Tyson games they are exclusive on PlayStation.
So-
But unless, so are you like buying? Are you saying the same thing with Bethesda, where Bethesda games are going to other consoles for the time being,
Yeah, but they'll also end up
or
on
is
Game
it just
Pass.
completely owning them?
They'll lose. Yeah, kind of like that, but I would say there are a few options. I'd say Square Enix is possible, but relatively unlikely. I'd say they feel too big in a way when compared to Bethesda. If Microsoft really did want to grow in Japan, though, Square Enix would be a good pickup for them.
Square Enix is like the third biggest company in all of Japan. That ain't happening.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said I feel like they're too big. That's the only thing that puts me about that. If I really had to be honest, though, I'd say it's either Ubisoft, Sega, or maybe Capcom. And even then, the fact that Capcom's a public company kind of makes me doubt it from the offset. Any other suggestions?
No suggestions, but I will break down why all three of those are unlikely.
Well, who do you think will be them? Assuming the assuming the rumors are right. Oh, you're actually predicting Game Freak?
No, not Game Freak. I said Warner Bros.
Ah. I mean, didn't they already close that sale down saying they aren't selling it at the minute?
Maybe they aren't selling at the minute because they secured a buyer.
No, like they straight up said they don't want to sell it at the minute. And then if they can't get the money back, they'll probably put it back on the market. Like, I'm pretty sure that was confirmed they're not selling it now.
I don't know. Anyways, I don't think it's Capcom because there's only that 1 year that they voted to not review buyback defense. Thing is that Capcom has been an extremely profitable company the last several years. They definitely see room for growth in the market, and they are going to continue expanding their brand.
Maybe. As I said, Capcom I am a bit biased with. I'm more hoping Microsoft picks up Capcom.
I don't tense.
Anyways, so I don't think it's Capcom because it was only 1 year that they were open to even be feasible to buy anyways. So that's not happening, in my opinion. As for Square Enix, it's just not happening on principle because that's not a Bethesda-sized acquisition. That's like
I'd say that's
like half of EA-sized acquisition.
I'd probably say that's small. I'd say if you compare that more to Xenomax, and maybe it's on that level, but Bethesda specifically, yeah, no.
Square Enix is just a titanic company. And the thing is, they're not just a video game dev. They also make pachinko, and they're in investing, and they are also in merchandise and toys, and a lot of cross promotion, and they have manga, and they have mobile games. They are a multimedia conglomerate. They have anime. They're not going to just throw that all away just to be a tech company under a tech company that doesn't even want 80% of their business. So it's not gonna be Square Enix.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be Sega for the simple fact that it's the exact same situation as previously. It's the exact same situation. Sega has gambling, mobile games.
I'm pretty ironically, I think they split from that branch. It's like they split from Sammy.
No, they've restructured so that Sammy is they're still owned. It's just that they're like operationally independent.
All right.
It's like how like Marvel kind of just has authority to do whatever it wants to at Disney, but they are still owned by Disney.
All right.
So I don't think it's going to be Sega. Just that simple reason alone. It would be a ZeniMax-sized acquisition, no doubt about that. But no, they're not going to put that much money forth, especially considering that, like, what does Sega's IPs even do for Microsoft? Like, you have a new mascot.
I think they're more selling it.
Like Master Chief wasn't enough.
I
character.
feel like they wouldn't do it for Xbox. I don't really feel like Microsoft is that interested in Xbox at the minute. I feel like they're more interested in selling the Game Passes. That's why they
absolutely.
that's why they don't see
has
series
shown.
like that's why they don't see Sony or Nintendo as rivals. They see Amazon and Google as
Oh,
rivals.
they see Sony as a rival.
I mean, they've stated otherwise. I'm not saying they don't see them as competition. I'm more saying they don't see them as direct competitors in a way to what they're ultimately trying to achieve, which is the Netflix model.
Yeah, that's true in a sense, but you also have to consider the fact that they are absolutely in competition. They have counterintelligence on one another. They have like an entire network to keep tabs on each other. They have like they literally launch their new systems like a week apart from one another. Microsoft has its own niche that it's carving out with Game Pass. It still is a console maker. It still has to survive the wrath of PlayStation. You can't really build up Game Pass if they don't have hardware and an audience to do that with.
I mean, you could argue that, but Game Pass is also on PC, which is
games. No, they do not. No, they do not. They only own Bayonetta, which is also in co-ownership with Nintendo because of what happened to Bayonetta 2 and 3.
And now
that person in the chat is wrong. They have no stake in Platinum.
If Bayo 3 honestly sells well, I could see Nintendo buying and Bayonetta series, honestly. Just like
the Bayonetta series, and probably put a stake, and if not ownership, definitely a stake in Platinum Games, enter a second party type relationship.
I feel no, I mean specifically the series. I'm unsure. Yeah. I'm unsure about Platinum Games. I could see them putting an investment in them, but I don't think they would probably outright buy them.
Yeah, I don't think that. I think that they'd let them operate independently, but it would be a second party dynamic like with Game Freak.
Oh, by the way, a new Steven Universe game just got announced.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Steven Universe Unleashed the Light coming to PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on February 19th. Shoutouts to Gematsu on Twitter for saying that.
Alright. Well, okay, I just want to have a question here, SpaceKing. Let's assume Warner Bros. Isn't being bought out. Let's say they actually did just decide not to sell it. Who would you predict then?
Like, if they just decided to sell it?
No, let's say Warner Bros. Isn't selling their game studio. Let's say they weren't lying about that. Who do you think? Okay. What company do you think Microsoft, the rumors are pointing to?
It's a tough call because, like I just said, I don't think it's Sega. I don't think that it's Capcom. I don't think it's obviously not Square Enix.
I feel like it's fair to say a Japanese gaming company is decently likely.
I also don't think it would be Tecmo Koei because they're not as big as
Bethesda
here.
I would say they're more. I would say they're a decently big company, but nowhere near the level of Bethesda.
All right. So to that angle, I think we'd have to be staying outside of Japan, and it's difficult because I don't think it's Ubisoft. Ubisoft fought their heart outs to stay independent during the disaster that was the Vivendi saga, where they were trying to get bought out by like this French media conglomerate. Like there were developers that went to E3 that were getting torn up inside and sad because they thought that was their last E3, right? So Ubisoft wants to stay independent. They want to be a free company and be able to support themselves without the overhead of someone else. So unless Microsoft made it an amazing deal and is basically more or less letting them operate independently, I don't think it's Ubisoft. Likewise, it's obviously not Epic Games, considering Epic Games basically had to weasel their way out of working with Microsoft in the first place. So
and Epic,
we're kind of running out of devs here. It's not Activision, it's not EA. It's not Activision, it's not EA. They're too big. They're way too big.
It definitely isn't Take-Two, because they're obviously probably bigger than both of them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably not Take-Two. So it's
It's weird because in a way, and I'll be honest, I do feel like a Japanese company, even if it isn't as big as that, is probably going to be bought soon eventually. I just think it's inevitable, considering the comments.
yeah. And as for who it might be, I've thrown out the idea maybe they'll do like to get into a more niche audience. I could see maybe someone like Level 5 or like Spike Chunsoft, a smaller company.
Or let's assuming Nintendo doesn't try to buy them, maybe Tecmo.
Yeah, maybe a smaller company for Japan. But as for just a large company, a Bethesda-sized acquisition, I wouldn't even know where to start. Maybe THQ Nordic.
Oh, maybe. So how many IPs do they have? Because I feel that's kind of what Microsoft's going for. Oh, do they?
They have a metric ton, like literally like dozens and dozens and dozens. If you don't know what THQ's been up to, like this whole generation, like they've been basically just turning off the money that they make from their various games that they release, and literally just reinvesting it into the company by just going around and buying the licenses to dead IPs for dead developers.
I honestly,
I'll pull up the list here.
Honestly, I honestly forgot they existed until SpongeBob Off the Bikini Bottom remake was announced.
Okay, so the story with THQ is kind of complicated. They went out of business in 2013.
Yeah, I know about that.
Some company called Nordic bought the brand, and now they're THQ Nordic.
Because just the name's just that recognizable.
Right, and as for studios, they have like active studios. They have like 10 or 20 studios to work with, so that would be a decent investment on their parts. I gotta pull this up.
Oh, so a little off topic, but I've just thought about something. I could actually see Microsoft. It's definitely not the level of Bethesda, but I could actually. It's nowhere close, but I could actually see Microsoft buying Tiny Build now that I think about it.
Hello, neighbor.
No, but part of me just genuinely thinks that is a genuinely possible smaller developer purchase they can make.
Okay, subsidiaries. Okay, so Nordic has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 studios.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And they've just literally just been going around for like the last decade and just buying out tons of like dead development studios, and just to get a metric ton of properties that were abandoned and or discontinued. And among them, the big ones that they have like Nickelodeon's license to make games. They have the rights to the Darksiders series. They have the rights to De Blob. They have the rights to looking this up right now. I don't remember most of these IPs, but I know that. Anyways, I know that Microsoft would be getting a lot of value here if they were to do that.
I actually didn't think of that. That's actually possible, actually.
I suppose. Oh
Anyway,
yeah, Destroy All Humans. That's another one.
I heard of that game. Haven't played it. Haven't seen any gameplay, but heard of it.
It's like a game where you play as like an alien. You go around like literally vaporizing people.
Oh, the green alien things.
You need to carefully.
Ant, your audio is kind of weird.
Ooh.
Hello?
huh?
Hello.
Did you say my name?
Alright.
Okay.
Yes,
You good?
CJ.
Alright.
Yes. I'm gonna say my actual name or something.
Marcus.
I heard. I have actually a second part. I have a second part I might as well ask before we move on to the new game releases. Announcements.
Okay.
Which company, to a Bethesda level acquisition, you can't say none, would you want Microsoft to make?
Nintendo.
It has to be to level up.
That's not Bethesda level.
No, I'm pretty sure Nintendo's okay. Out of every gaming company, even if Nintendo wasn't the most profitable or the biggest, they're the most iconic. They're basically the face of gaming. I don't feel like you could say. I'm pretty sure you can't even get something close to a Nintendo level acquisition. And even Sony would be
that's
miles
something
smaller.
that I don't even think Disney has the money right now to buy Nintendo if they wanted to.
I feel like isn't Microsoft like the second biggest company in the world?
Something like that.
And like the biggest one is
No.
Amazon.
No.
1 minute.
It's Walmart.
Oh, you have to be you have to be bloody kidding me. Are you? Oh, piss off.
Microsoft.
Really? Of all the shitty companies you could go for, in Walmart. But wasn't Microsoft that big? They had to split into 3 companies. Wasn't that like a whole thing?
And then the next biggest one is like a Chinese gas station.
My faith in humanity has died.
And then after that, it's like a UK gas station company.
What's wrong with a UK gas company?
It's a gas company.
What's wrong? Yeah, but you said a UK gas company. What's wrong?
Listen,
what's wrong with UK
listen, and we both know the UK sucks. Let's not try and feathercoat that. But hey, Anne, at least we're not in America.
That is very true.
Then 4th place is Amazon.
Okay, well,
4th place is Amazon. Wow.
Microsoft should buy Amazon.
British gas, this one's been farting. Wait, what?
You know what? Microsoft should buy Walmart.
Turn like food into like just technology.
Microsoft is number 39 on the list.
1 minute. Alright, well, okay, well,
They're smaller than companies you've probably never heard of, like Costco.
Oh, I've heard of Costco. I've heard of Costco. Alright, so, anyway, back to the question. Which company on a Bethesda level acquisition would they buy? What do you want them to buy, sorry? I'm trying not to die here of my lack of reason to live. Walmart. I'm sorry, why the hell is Walmart so fucking big? It doesn't even need another piss off with Walmart. Bullshit.
I'll tell you. Why is Walmart so big? I don't know. It's probably because they sell everything.
I vote we cancel Walmart. Cancel it.
Did you know that any Walmart just basically just deletes the entire town's business?
I mean, I don't know. I've never seen a Walmart in the UK.
Hey, where they self-end little businesses.
Oh, I can't. Oh god, they're gonna ruin our business, guys.
Oh no!
I mean, AntKeepGaming's a big-time YouTuber. They're gonna ruin his career.
Honestly, with that much money, I would not be surprised if that rumor about Walmart getting into video games and video game streaming is true.
Oh,
well, I mean, Wendy's did it.
Amazon is, yes, Luna. They're calling it like Amazon Luna.
oh, Amazon. Yeah, Amazon. Imagine being Amazon.
Amazon is cool, yo.
Nah, they're cringe.
What?
Go into a
CNJ.
go for a walk, CNJ, and go to a store like a human being.
But I did walk.
That's
there.
kind of hard right now with the human malware.
Wear a mask,
Oh yes, the human malware.
Malware.
I
guys.
feel like it is kind of true.
Guys, we seem like epic YouTuber guys, but remember, wear a mask.
Hey guys, the human cough cough.
Human cough cough.
Malware.
Malware. Yeah.
And make you that slip on the snow as well. Oh, somebody get that man a kill.
Oh, guys, get your mask on.
Keep your ass.
I am seeing stars. That's not good.
It's just where, don't worry. So, guys, okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
I think we are, maybe.
So, is anything else to talk about, guys, or what we doing?
I'm still waiting for the
Bowser's
answer.
Fury.
I'm still waiting for the answer.
Bowser's Fury. Okay, then.
I genuinely
Well,
don't
no,
want
Bowser's Fury
Microsoft to
runs
buy any.
30
All right.
junk.
Well, can I quickly just say what I want then?
Go ahead.
I want them to buy Capcom. I want Devil May Cry 6 not to release on the PlayStation to piss off people.
Man, you got an obsession with pissing people off, dude.
No, I'm kidding.
he
I
loves
no, but in all seriousness, I wanted to buy Capcom because I feel like out of most series they have this kind of stuff like Nintendo, which, let's be real, Microsoft doesn't have a shot on how to buy them.
Or Sony at all. They cannot buy Sony because, like, I think Sony is.
I feel like Sony.
Probably bigger.
Here's the thing: there have been rumors about Sony looking to sell, so I feel like Sony is ironically speaking more realistic, but definitely not for the rumor. Buying Sony is nowhere near Bethesda; it's miles above. I wouldn't say it's on the level of Nintendo, but it's more on the level of I'd say it's like it's not even the level of Xenomax. It's much higher than that. But yeah, I'd say if they had to buy a company, I'd say Capcom to do all the IPs, and they could really use that when it comes to Games Pass. I just wanted to say I wanted them to buy Capcom one more time.
Yeah, honestly speaking, I really don't want any more Microsoft buyouts because I just feel like this is getting to a point of ridiculousness.
They haven't bought enough. They need to buy more.
They buy Camelot.
Well, Luigi's now on Xbox.
They buy. I'm sorry, Golden.
Microsoft makes the Waluigi game before Nintendo does.
Yeah,
It just turns out Camelot had half ownership over Golden Sun and Waluigi the whole time.
I could believe that.
Oh, holy shit,
The
guys!
thing is that Microsoft has a dead properties problem too, so not much is going to change there.
I feel like
That
but I feel like
very-
Microsoft tends to actually listen to some fans at times, more than Nintendo. Like I feel like this generation is the first time when they've actually listened. Then come over like a year or two and what's that, guys? We've went deaf again. Oh, what's this thing about drift? Nah, it doesn't exist. Forget about it, man.
What's so funny? It would be so funny if they did get Microsoft get Waluigi and Camelot and all that, and then like they've got literally a Waluigi game ready to go as soon as they buy it. Yeah, we've got this Waluigi game.
Oh no.
That will be funny.
There's something I asked. Did you watch the Bean and Ackner
Who?
anime short I made by any chance?
What?
I'm guessing you guys didn't. Oh, it's like this little anime short I made of.
Oh yeah,
scenes I
sorry.
made.
Yeah.
What
Why are
do
you
you
talking
think?
in Japanese?
It's this whole anime thing. A lot of people also told me it would be much better in Japanese. I was thinking of making an English version or something.
Yeah, please, because I don't understand what's going on.
さあ、なんと絶望起こってある。
Yes.
Now,
I mean, no.
now I shall bring you despair.
So you have chosen death.
Yes, I will not let you take Alice away from me, which is actually the girl there.
Who's
so-
Alice?
Alice is the
My
girl.
daughter.
Ah.
I did not specify.
You've named one of the characters after my daughter. How dare you, sir?
Wait, okay. No, I actually do not remember that, but that's amazing.
No, it's not. It really isn't.
I think
I'm gonna sue you for defamation.
defamation.
Yeah.
Oh. No.
Anyway,
See how much notice, like C&J even takes notice of me.
he's just like, oh, right, yeah.
Pretty much.
Sorry, guys, I'm playing Kingdom Hearts.
That's all I see him play. It's Kingdom Hearts every day.
Wait, other games exist?
No, right?
CNJ, you
I'm
have...
playing Final Fantasy 7 now.
1 minute. No, 1 minute, let me check something.
So, is there a Sephiroth for Smash account out there we can get on the podcast?
There was a for Smash account for Sephiroth, but I'm not sure where he is now.
He
So I
deleted...
must be kicking himself now. Imagine that you're the character you've been.
I found it.
I'm unsure if it's still on Games Pass, but C&J, you have Games Pass, right?
Yes, I do. Ultimate.
Okay, well, if Tales of Vesperia is on there, do yourself a favor and play it. No, actually, I'll change that. Do the world a favor and play it.
Okay, then I'll try.
No, you will do it.
If it isn't there, you'll go to the Nintendo.
I found him. I found him, guys. Here he is.
What?
The Sephiroth for Smash.
How many followers does he even have?
Really? Let's send it this way. I need to say to him.
There is 179 followers.
F in the chat, boys.
When your character gets into Smash, but then you quit your Twitter.
When your character gets into Smash, but you realise you don't play Smash.
Hold up! There was an Epic Mickey Nintendo Power magazine. I never knew that.
Alright, so do you want to talk about Bowser's Fury or not?
Well,
Yes.
I don't plan to get it for a while, so.
I'm getting it tonight.
My copy comes tomorrow.
I did not get it yet. But
After I'm done with my...
In handheld mode, Bowser's Fury is like 30 FPS, but the main game is 60.
Yeah, but isn't
That
it
makes
Breath
sense.
of the Wild as well? It's the same sort of thing, isn't it?
Think? Maybe? I know it drains the battery life.
No, I heard it before, like Breath of the Wild, the same sort of thing. It's more frames on the docked version and 30 frames handheld.
Excuse me. Just.
And people thought that was shocking for the Bowser's Fury thing. It's happened before.
I have a simple fix, guys. Just get the Nintendo Switch Pro and you won't have this issue. Get it now.
Oh yeah, the Switch Pro that definitely came out.
Switch NX, what you on about?
Anyways, Bowser's Fury is interesting to me because it's pretty much the next logical step, right? We had Mario Odyssey, which took us back to the open 3D environments, right? So then the next logical step after that would be to have interconnected 3D environments, right? That were just no loading times. Everything is just one persistent world. And I love that because I've always imagined what this actually would look like if because if you know, like in Mario Sunshine, right? You have this like the entire island, and you can view the entire island at a few points, and the world is connected. And within that world, though, you could never go from one place to another. And Bowser's Fury is just the realization of something like that. So I think that it really does give us a solid indication of what the future for 3D Mario may be like. And that's really cool. That's really, really cool.
Is that a tease for Odyssey 2?
I don't think so. I don't think that we're getting an Odyssey 2, and I don't think there's going to be another 3D Mario on the Switch.
You smell.
I think that the next 3D Mario game is the launch title of the next system.
The Nintendo Switch Pro?
No.
Okay.
Not Switch Pro. Like the proper next generation.
Okay, I remember you talked about the next generation, and I believe you said you think the next one will be like Nintendo Switch 2, but it'll have AR and VR capabilities. Yeah,
it'll be like instead of a 2-in-1, it'll be a 3-in-1. It's like you have handheld mode, you have console mode, and then you have VR mode.
I feel like at that point they might as well just throw in AR, just for the fact of the marketing there. Like I feel like I feel like something as impressive as I feel like the VR thing kind of gets underplayed now. The fact that we have Labo VR. If we didn't get that, then maybe.
No, it does not have
I want Labo Man to Smash.
True, add Labo Man to Smash.
It was such a cool concept as well.
But I feel like they should also throw AR on there to make it seem more unique. Because considering Labo VR, it kind of falls on its flat in a face in a way.
Maybe you could make it so that like the dock itself that you have for the Switch successor converts into the headset.
Maybe.
Yes.
That exacerbated yes.
Yes.
Anyway,
I don't get the game, even though people wanted me to get it. I'm like, well, no.
people want you to get what?
They wanted me to get Bowser's Fury, but I've got so much
Get
Mario to do.
Oh, okay.
So-
Okay. Do this. Get Tales of Vesperia instead.
No, I'm good.
Yes.
Don't you have Game Pass? I think it's on there.
I don't have Game Pass.
You're meant to be an Xbox. You're meant to be an Xbox fanboy, Ant. How could you?
Well, they took the game that I was literally going to play with my brother away from me on Game Pass, so they can go suck it.
Well, that's
Okay, so okay. So
that's
what you realize what you can do, right? There's like this exploit that you can do on Game Pass where like you buy like 3 years, so like it would be 180 USD, 3 years of Xbox Live. You put it onto your Microsoft account, and then you do the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate upgrade for $1, and it converts your existing live time into time for Game Pass Ultimate, and then you have 3 years of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate.
That doesn't sound like an Xbox. That just sounds like I'm just buying.
Like you just no, but the thing is you literally just get access to everything on Game Pass, and you're gonna have access to every single first party title, every single game that Bethesda makes, every single game from I think it's EA Origin, because they're adding that to Game Pass.
EA Origin.
And it's just an insane value.
Um,
EA Play, excuse me.
I feel like I know. So with the Resident Evil 3 thing, I'm pretty sure they took it off. It's like the Netflix model where games will go off once in a while. They won't stay there forever.
Yeah, they will go off sometimes, but
But
they give you like months of warning.
and I'm pretty sure that's not down to Microsoft. That's more down to the publisher itself. Like in this case, Capcom.
Yeah, so they.
If I'm not
What?
because it was Resident Evil 3 that was taken off. Resident Evil 3
no,
immediately.
there was Diesel 5.
Well, whatever.
But yeah, no. If you want to know the comparison there, what would 3 years of Game Pass be
I don't know.
compared to the price that of just doing this Ultimate upgrade? It's like $540 for 3 years versus this, which is 180 once. It's like that's just an obscenely, disgustingly high value. So much so that I did it. And my Game Pass subscription doesn't run out for like forever, like 2024. And I just this is like straight up just how I play PC games now. There's no reason not to.
Yes.
Okay, well, we can officially confirm SpaceKing is a massive nerd. Like we needed more proof of that. Let's talk about the Dead Dying series.
What dying series?
Crash.
Oh boy, this
Yeah.
is depressing.
Okay, I don't want to sound like a arsehole here, but I really just don't care about Crash. I feel bad for his fans, but I just never really cared about the series. Tried to get into it,
No.
failed because I just didn't like it, didn't enjoy it.
I can't believe you've done this one.
I know I'm such a horrible person.
You're such a horrible. No, you're not really.
No,
Alright,
no,
so
no,
the
I'm
story
confirming myself. I'm evil.
goes- To inform the audience here, basically the story goes that there was this I gotta get my head's not on right now. I'm tired. Anyways, basically the story goes that there was this reporter who had previously reported very correct information on Activision and stuff regarding Toys for Bob, Vicarious Visions, etc. Specifically, he pretty much predicted verbatim what was going to happen to Skylanders, but he said that there was this mode that they were going to work on for the next-gen version of Crash 4 that was going to be like an online version of Crash Bash that was going to be like a party mode, and they would have released updates for it periodically, and it would have been like competitive online. It would have been kind of cool. And the idea was they're going to release this as like a separate mode, free to everyone who owned a copy of Crash 4. And it was going to be like one of the big things that they propped the next gen versions on. It was canned. And it seems as though Activision has internally canned most, if not all, of Toys for Bob's long-term plans for the Crash IP. And so this seems to come from the fact that Crash 4 sold extremely poorly. Some numbers are as low as 1 million copies poorly, like under 1 million. And that's just, ow. That is really, really bad. And it just sort of just puts us in this position where we're left where either Crash 4 has to perform well on PS5, Series X, Switch, and PC when it's re-released next month, or this is the end. As soon as it feels like he just came back like a little while ago, but it's actually been a few years now. But Crash would just go back to square one, and that's just extremely saddening. Extremely saddening. So obviously, I'm going to be buying Crash 4 on Switch when it comes out. Probably on PC too, like double dip, because I don't want the series to die. And I would advocate that anyone who still cares about the Crash series to do the same, because Activision's an evil company. But unfortunately,
Yes,
this is who we're stuck with. This is who owns the series, and we have to play by their rules, as terrible as that is. So yeah, that's very depressing, but that's just what's been in the news, basically. Anyone got anything to add to that, or no? Did I just go over the entire story and nothing else?
I'll say this. Sparrow will somehow live on.
I don't think so.
No.
Considering that Vicarious Visions was closed, and Toys for Bob, the guys that made the Spyro remake, were forced to make Crash 4, so that already gives us the impression that maybe Spyro remakes didn't do as well as they hoped. And now this. There's a really bad vibe here. Really bad.
Can I say something? The only reason I'm saying that is because somehow, despite Crash dying before, Spyro lived on through Skylanders. Unironically, I kind of wouldn't be surprised if something like that happened again.
Maybe they just revived Skylanders.
Not Skylanders, but like they did something to Shovelware Spyro again. Just Spyro somehow just refuses to die. He just doesn't come out in great games. I could see that being Spyro's fate.
Yeah, so... Ant, you got anything to add there?
Nah.
I
Not a Crash fan?
I mean, I've rarely played Crash, even though it's during my era. I've got the Crash collection, just haven't got around to playing it yet.
from what I've heard, Crash 4 is it's a good game, but it's just has a lot of big issues.
What?
Like you're only getting around 4 hours of gameplay unless you're trying to 100%, where it's just needlessly hard. That's something I've heard quite often about Crash 4.
Yeah. I will say, on principle, it seems like it's significantly better than like 90% of the schlock post Naughty Dog put out for Crash. Okay, so let's look at this. Oh, we've been going for 2 hours and 15 minutes, guys. So you think we guys should start wrapping up?
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, can do.
Alright. Well, thank you for joining us here today, guys. It's been really fun. Just a reminder, Microsoft should buy Capcom. But yeah, with all that wrapped up, just a reminder to get 3D All Stars. Nintendo really needs your support. that we don't want them to kill off Mario after all. We know what Nintendo is with their dead IPs. And with that being said, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Where's WAH?